Um, what's going on, y'all? This is in the middle of a stream, so that's why the video is starting off like this. But what a money in the bank. First off, we're gonna go match by match, but this is a beautiful pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. I've been very critical of WWE recently, and this is great. What I just saw tonight, uh, I loved this PLE. I can't lie. Like I love this PLE. I loved a majority of the decisions. I love the showcasing. The main event was fire, and the way it ended. We'll get into all of that. There's also a special someone who has returned technically. I'll start off with you, Will. The first match, the women's Money in the Bank. I think you I do believe you watched it, right? Okay, so how
Yeah,
do
I
you feel
watched it.
about Money in the Bank? I'll do you and CJ first.
Um, Money Bank, the women's Money in the Bank, it was good for what it was. Kind of slow to begin with, but it was good.
What about you, CJ?
I enjoyed it. They haven't missed with the women's Money in the Bank yet. This one was good as well. I think they got the winner right as well. Um, Hyped to see Naomi as a world champion. She deserves it. Uh, yeah, good match.
Um, well, I'll continue to go. Great comeback. Triple H needed a win. Yep. Would be a cool revamp to see him go back to his Ron Killings gimmick. What's going on, Yanni? Reports were true. They probably re-signed him. First off, uh, to see the woman showcase like that year in and year out. The women have yet to miss a Money in the Bank match. Like you said, CJ, it's been great. Um, I love everything that went down in the women's match. I'm sorry for my YouTube people. We're streaming right now, so I'm trying to check out the chat and everything. But this is one of the best Money in the Bank matches I've seen recently, like in the past like 3 years. I want to say one of the better ones. The woman always showcase out, and I loved the it was a lot of spots that they did. I'm trying to think of what the was it the uh Code Red spot? I forgot what spot they did, but it was a lot of spots with the ladder. That's what they were really that's what I saw a lot of focusing on, and they were executed in a way where they were executed in a way where it wasn't felt like it was built up. This happens in the men's match later, but with my only issue with the men's match, which we'll talk about later, is that it kind of felt like they were you could tell they were building up to a spot. That's what the match felt like versus the woman. It felt like they were fighting throughout the match, and the spot felt more organic and natural. And this happened with all the spots the woman did in this match. And I love the decision for Naomi to win. I did expect the Jay Cargill to come out to interrupt her, but Naomi winning puts the pressure it still involves this storyline with Bianca and Jade because the champion, I mean, obviously the brand split isn't a thing yet, but the champion on SmackDown is, of course, Tiffany Stratton, but the champion on Raw is Io Sky, former member of Damage Control, the history that she has with Bianca, what it would be to actually intertwine those stories of Bianca and Naomi and Jade through that. I think that could work out possibly. I don't really see the Naomi and Tiffany working, but if you do want to give Naomi just her own little thing to do, I don't know why you would ignore the story with Jade though. But however, I do think that Naomi will not be successful in the cash in because of the story of Jay, because of the story of Bianca. I know Triple H might be criticized for that, but I think that it's the right thing to do. I think you can progress the story, and honestly, treating Naomi like a main eventer like that, I loved the match top to bottom. Beautiful spots. It felt like everything flowed perfectly, and the winner choice was great. There were so many good winners to pick out throughout this match. Literally everybody besides maybe Rhea Ripley because she's already an established superstar. Not saying that Naomi is not established, but Naomi doesn't need the push the way that Rhea Ripley needs the push. But I loved what they did throughout the match. I love the ending. I love Naomi getting that briefcase. It was awesome. The second match, Dom Mysterio versus Octagon. CJ, how did you feel about that match?
I was really hyped for that match. I'm the biggest Dom Mysterio stan. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm very happy for Octagon. Octagon's been very good for a while. Seems like it was really just to showcase him and showcase like one of the bigger AAA stars. So I mean, I think they did a good job in doing that. They made Octagon look good, even in the loss. He showed off all his moves, stuff like that. I mean, I thought it could have been more. I thought they could have put more effort into it. But I mean, I don't hate it. I understand like the purpose of the match. Uh, but yeah, I mean, fine match. I had higher expectations for it, but it's fine. Dom retains. It's cool.
How about you, Will? Did you watch that match and how'd you feel?
I mean, yeah, I watched it. It was. I mean, if you look at it from the eyes of AAA, it's good for AAA. That's all I was going to say. Like, it is what it is.
Of course, this was to show AAA talent. Like you said, CJ, this was a cool little showcase of what they do on AAA. Of course, Dominic Mysterio wasn't going to lose to somebody of that caliber in terms of popularity and superstardom, not in terms of in-ring ability. Obviously, WWE wants to protect their stars, and I feel like this was from I I I like the match. I thought it was short, simple, sweet, no issue from me. I love what they were doing. I'm a fan. I personally, I'm a fan of the match. I think it was short, simple, and sweet. I thought the finish was a little bit rushed. Could have been better. Could just been him hitting the 619. But I'm completely fine with the match. Good showcase. When it comes to the next match on the card, which was Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, when I tell you this match made me look at Becky Lynch in a completely different light because Becky Lynch in this match, I haven't been a fan of too many matches that she's been having, but Becky Lynch in this match, not only does she show some of the best in-ring story work that I've ever seen from her in-ring work in general, but now she's able to put Lyra Valkyria over while winning because of how good the match was, the finish of the match. You can tell this isn't going to end. This top to bottom. This is one of the best matches that I've seen from Becky in a long time. And my goodness, what a way to put Lyra Valkyria in a good position to elevate the Intercontinental Championship. I love this match. I'm honestly 4 out of 5 stars. I love the match, top to bottom. Will, what did you think about the match?
It's a Becky and Lyra match. Hard hitting, technical. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get what you gonna get.
Beautiful
I
chemistry.
stand on it. I stand on it. Becky Lynch is a better wrestler than Charlotte. I don't care if Charlotte fans can
Oh
go
wow.
cry about it. Why? Because
Womp womp.
I'm more invested in the match. If she would
Mhm.
have a match with Lyra or a feud with Lyra, Lyra would not look Becky. And because Becky knows how to elevate talent and all that shit. So Becky is a better in ring than Charlotte. Cry about it. It is what it is, you know. Is she Becky Hogan sometimes? There's some instances where it's like it's kind of iffy, but for the most part, she's not Becky Hogan.
What about you, CJ? How'd you feel about Becky Lyra?
That was my favorite match of the night. I thought that was very good. I think that's the best match they've had together. I think Lyra looked well, especially with the just an echo. Is that me?
It might be.
Shit.
See again?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah, it's you.
okay. I thought Lyra looked good, especially with like the post match segment where she got her heat back, slammed her and all that. But yeah, really good match. Happy that they're continuing this feud. Every match these two have had together has been really good. Yeah, I love this pairing. I think Lyra still looks fine even though she lost her title. Uh, like I said while the match was going on, like this is how you like get somebody over. Like Becky is doing a lot to like, not that like Lyra wasn't already over, like couldn't get herself over, but like she's doing a lot to like elevate like this young talent. Like this is what it looks like. Even in like a loss, like Lyra looks really good. That's my thoughts.
Bosses. LA Knight Solo Sikoa did not come out victorious. Seth freaking Rollins wins the Money in the Bank men's briefcase. Becky Lynch is entering the press conference room right now, staring down this group of people. And however, Money in the Bank, the men's match, LA Knight, who was a favorite, did not win. Solo Sikoa, who was a favorite, did not win. Seth Rollins, the most established star in that entire match, comes out winning the briefcase. I want to know what stories they could possibly have down for him and this faction to take on. Does he cash in on Jey Uso? Does he cash in on Cena to try to save wrestling? There are different avenues and routes that they could go with this storyline with Rollins winning the briefcase. While I did want Knight to win, I'm not mad at Rollins. I think Rollins can tell a good story. I think Rollins can elevate the people around him even more with the briefcase. That those people being Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I'm very excited of what is to come for the Seth Rollins Money in the Bank briefcase run if done right. CJ, how did you feel about the men's Money in the Bank match?
I thought the match was good. I didn't love the. It was fine. But I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of like the ending. But I mean, it's fine. They're keeping the storyline going. As far as Seth winning, I predicted Seth winning. I was the only one to do that, but mostly just because like the way Triple H has booked these things, like he's not he's clearly not the biggest fan of the concept in itself. He doesn't see it in the way Vince sees it as like a way to elevate young talent, kind of just like to progress storylines that are already going. So Seth made sense. Seth is already like a main eventer. Seth makes sense to chase that world title. I think he's going after the world title at least. So yeah, Seth made sense. My personal thoughts on Seth winning, I'll leave that to myself. But yeah, I mean, fine match. There's been better Money in the Banks. But yeah, it's cool.
Will, how about you? Give me one moment, yo.
From a storyline aspect, the match was good. You know, it pushed storylines, progressed storylines. You know, we started off very slow for a reason. What else? Me personally, Seth isn't the worst. Obviously, he's not the worst guy to win it. It's like, oh, this is so bad, but at the same time, LA Knight needed this more than Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth Rollins is at that point. That nigga don't need he don't need the Money in the Bank. He can just challenge for the championship like he did a couple weeks ago. He don't need the Money in the Bank to forward the storyline. You know what I'm saying? LA Knight needed it more, in my opinion. The nigga has been in the mid card doing nothing for how long? He's ready for the main event. So yeah, that's just what I think.
Is he though?
Here's who?
LA Knight.
Yes, he's ready for the. You don't think he's ready? What is he missing?
I mean, like, what does he do in the main event?
What does he do? Challenge for the world title.
Is he not already in the main event though? Like,
no, he's in the mid card.
Because he doesn't have a title.
No,
like, do you have to have a title to be in the main event?
No, you don't need to. But he's on SmackDown. All he's doing is facing the Bloodline in the mid card. Like, he's not doing nothing. Like, and obviously he's not gonna go for Cena. But that's why I either move him to Raw so he can be in the main event or something, because it's the third time they've had him in. And I wouldn't be as mad, but right before they literally did this the first year. They teased it. You know what I'm saying? They teased it again tonight. You feel me? Like, so it's like, where does LA Knight go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, yeah. I don't think they view. I don't know. I don't think they view him like that. Which is fine. Like
everybody, that's wild to me, because like
especially in Triple H's WWE, like we've seen, like everybody can't be world champion. Like he values long championships. Only like the top of the top guys hold those belts.
Okay,
but
everybody
you have to sell Jey Uso level merch for him to be like,
bro, merch sales don't matter. We see that with Karrion Kross. Merch sales, they matter, but they don't matter in the grand scheme.
Karrion Kross only had the Karrion Kross was only hot for a week though.
In terms of like winning those winning world titles.
But to me,
like
it's not. No, my bad. Go ahead.
To me, I feel like you can't compare Karrion Kross and LA Knight, because LA Knight actually connects.
I'm not.
LA Knight connects to to more people than
No, I'm with you.
Like, what quality does he not have in the main event? He can wrestle. He can talk. He has the charisma. Like, what else? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes, and that's the thing too. Sometimes you just gotta give the dude. That's why that's one thing I give Vince McMahon. He knows sometimes you just gotta give people sink or swim. Literally, it's sink or swim. Kurt Angle, we didn't know Kurt Angle was gonna be good, but literally, Kurt Angle, and not to get off topic, but Kurt Angle said on in an interview that he literally Vince just gave him a promo. He told him the promo, said go out there and literally, you know what I'm saying? You learn on the fly. Like sometimes you just gotta give people that ball. You feel me? And LA Knight to this day gets a big pop on SmackDown every week.
No,
Surprisingly,
I hear you. I'm saying like I'm not even like I don't even disagree with you. I'm saying like in terms of like current WWE, even like just this era of WWE in general, like there's not that many people that become world champions. Like it is
Oh,
a you
oh
have to
yeah.
be top of the top. Like in LA Knight, they just do not view him in that way, and that's fine. LA Knight can be very popular. He can be a main eventer, which I think he already is, uh, without holding the title. But like they, the only certain people are gonna hold those world championships, as we've seen. Like, and I don't know if LA Knight's one of those guys. That's mainly what I'm saying.
I
Not
mean,
even
and
trying to diminish LA Knight. I think he's
I,
over. I think he's fine. But like, that's just the way they're booking shit right now.
I agree
Yeah,
with you because
I agree with you 100%, Will, bro. Like
I,
they are just like, I think LA Knight should have won, or at least you should. If you were gonna put your true on LA Knight, do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. But to CJ's credit, yeah, like
I mean, I
like
do agree. I feel like that's more, that agenda that he said, which I agree, is more to the WWE champion. Like I never see KO winning the WWE champion. I'm sorry, in this generation, I just don't. There's certain people I just don't see winning that WWE champion. But when the world, anybody can win that world title, bro. Anybody can. Like not anybody, but anybody at the same
I
time. You
don't
feel me?
know. I don't know.
Like the WWE champion, that's off limits. There's only like 5 people I can see right now that can legit hold that. I don't see Drew McIntyre either on that in this era.
so you see LA Knight, but not Drew McIntyre.
Not the WWE champion. I'm talking about the world title. I'm not saying he has to go after the WWE champion. I'm saying can he go after the world title? You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I understand that WWE champion it's only certain motherfuckers like can hold that. Like Cody, who else? CM Punk, Roman Reigns. That's like the only people I can think of off the top of my head right now. Like, you feel me? But the world title, anybody can hold that. Like, that's like the trial run. Like Damian Priest held that. And to me, LA Knight's over Damian Priest. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you there. I feel you there. I feel you there. If like I think it goes back to what I said like when Reese asked me like it seems like I don't know I'm putting on Triple H and maybe it's like maybe it's top down but like it seems like Triple H or like the current regime this era does not care about using the money in bank to elevate stars or to elevate guys like Vince did like you know what I mean with the Del Rio
Storyline.
with Swagger with Punk with I don't know who else wanted but like whoever he kind of just Drew wanted he's kind of just giving it to guys to advance storylines. It's kind of just a prop almost, just to advance storylines, less than like a tool to give you a new star.
Or to crown a new champion.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's bad. That's actually bad. Like, no,
I
you
mean,
should not
like
want to.
it's
It's not the worst thing in the world, but
And I
it's
wouldn't
bad
be
in the
as
sense
mad.
of we went from having, and of course we're talking about the peak events, but we went from having a guy who would book champions already in storylines that he already like kind of figured out an ending for, versus Triple H using Money in the Bank as his way of extending what he knows that he's to figure out the storyline that he's in. Um, I would much rather Money in the Bank be an opportunity to either crown a new champion or yes, it can push a storyline. Of course, it could push a storyline, but why not push a storyline for a new guy? Put him in the picture in the top scene, especially when, to be honest, I think that's what the title scene lacks a little. They lack guys. There's a lot of guys in the mid card who shouldn't be in the mid card. They should kind of be moved to the main event scene more. There's a lot of guys in the lower card who should be moved up to the mid card. I feel like that you should be using this stuff as opportunities. I completely 100% agree with you, Will. But Triple H looks like he's going in the direction with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Hey, I'm going to use this thing to elevate the storyline that I've already established because I kind of don't like already booking the Money in the Bank briefcase when it comes to stuff like this. So what I'm going to do with it while we have it is use it to elevate the storyline I already have going on.
I think
And like,
well, go ahead, Will.
no, you can go. You can go.
I was gonna say like I think it's bad because like the current roster has so many guys that like we all agree that are ready that could hold those titles, especially the world title. Like Will was saying, like I think like in the past there were some Money in the Bank winners that cashed in and won that maybe shouldn't have won, like a Swagger, like a Del Rio. So like they're like it's kind of a double edged sword. More often than not, like the guy is ready, like the title reign is fine. But like there are some guys that like missed the ball. So like it is kind of a double edged sword, but like I do think like it can be used like Vince was using it to elevate guys more likely, especially with the roster they got now. Like they got so many like talented guys that could go with it. Like it's not 2011, it's not 2010 anymore. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, and I wouldn't even be feeling as mad if, because like, okay, I don't want to hate on Triple H because he, you know, what I'm saying, we got a good show today. You know, he worked us. You know, we don't get that a lot. But yeah, this good in the Triple H regime. This good. It's definitely good. Not all bad, but the week to week is bad. So it's like, you feel me? The week to week is bad. So going from here, where does LA Knight go week to week? Back in SmackDown doing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just wait. Like, I never understood wasting. If a dude is over, still making y'all money. And LA Knight, he don't push Jay Uso merch, but he pushes merch. You be seeing LA Knight shirts in the crowd and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to, like, if you know what I'm saying, the LA Knight hate, I don't know where that comes from. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Like, he has everything. You feel me? He connects with the crowd. You feel me? All that. But it's like, where does he go week to week?
Even if you don't like LA Knight, I think there's no issue saying that he is deserving of a championship, or at least a title shot.
And it's like another thing too, he's not getting any younger. Like if he was 35 right now, I would be tripping. He was like 42. Like it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I think that's the reason he's not winning it.
but
Jey
that's
Uso?
bullshit. That's bullshit because like Cody Rhodes is 40, Roman Reigns is 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? Age
He
don't
just turned
matter.
40.
Like, to a
Your
certain
name of
extent.
guys that were on the roster in 2012 though.
Oh, CM Punk, like he's 45.
One,
Like, you know,
like I'm saying, LA Knight signed on as a 36, 37-year-old. Like I don't know if they ever had he was ever guaranteed, even if he got over. You know what I mean? But like I think that's I like not that it's right, but I think that's the reason that they're not pushing him. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think the age plays a lot into it.
they probably do a
I
little
think
bit,
that's the thing
but
with Balor
it's
too.
just if he don't get injured a lot, if the dude is available, like if you're not injury prone, I don't really care, in my opinion. You're still able to wrestle and put on, you know what I'm saying, decent to good performances. I don't care about your age for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just, are the fans gonna still be behind him now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been the third year. Where does he go from here? Like, that's why I'm pissed. You know?
Main event: John Cena, Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. CJ, I'll let you start off. How did you feel about the main event?
I really like this match. Do you want to do the R-Truth thing in a separate segment or talk about that now?
Just rap.
Just talk about the match,
Yeah,
like
just talking
before
about
that.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like the match. This is classic, like old school. Baby face and peril, heels in control type stuff. I thought it was good storytelling. The spots hit, good pacing, all that. I think heel John Cena in the ring. And maybe it's a hot take. I think heel John Cena in the ring hit again. I don't think he's missed. Besides, Travis Scott coming out and doing the do. You know what I mean. I like the match. It was cool. Not my favorite match tonight. I think Becky and Lyra was better, but this was a close second. Uh, not much else to add. Good match. Classic wrestling. Classic tag team wrestling. Shout out tag team wrestling.
Oh, Will, I know you did not watch this match fully.
Yeah, I ain't fully watching. I was frying chicken at the same time. I mean, I was peeping. I was my head because like the TV's it's right next to me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? From what I seen, you know what I'm saying? It seemed good. I definitely watched when, you know what I'm saying, R-Truth came back. I was glued to the screen. Yeah, but I gotta go back and rewatch it. Yeah. for sure.
Yeah, beautiful match. I definitely like Cena does, and that's one thing I don't think Cena does bad during this hill run. I don't think the in ring work in terms of the story he's trying to tell and the stuff that he does in the ring is necessarily bad. I think for the first two matches at least, I like the Orton match, but for the first two matches for sure, um, it's just, do you have good chemistry with him? He just has to get back in the ring a little bit. This was the best one. This was the best Cena match. This was the best heel Cena match he's had so far throughout this run.
Also,
He
best Logan. Sorry to cut you off. Best
you're
Logan
good, you're
Paul
good.
match ever. Best Logan Paul match ever, in my opinion. I forgot to add that. But go ahead, Reese. My bad.
No, you're good. To CJ, this was the best Logan Paul match Logan Paul has ever had in terms of his in-ring psychology and what he's doing. I completely 100% agree. And this is the best heel Cena match that we've seen. We see work from even Jey Uso being so good in this match. Like, these guys are playing like faces in the match. Cena's doing heel work, his facial expressions, the stuff that he's doing, the little small segments that he's having with Logan in between. Like, everything about this match worked. This was great. And I don't know how this match could have even been any better because of how good it was. The story that they're telling, the old classic heroes in peril and the villains have the upper hand, and how do they come out on top? And the tension in certain moments, the kickouts were great, the near falls were great. There was John Cena's heel work throughout this match is great. He's telling a good story with everybody in the ring. The aggressiveness on Jey Uso, the slick attacks to Cody Rhodes, the stare down with Cody Rhodes, even the subtle hints to Logan Paul and what he's doing. He Everything throughout this match was borderline perfect. I dare say just perfect. And R-Truth coming in at the end and being the one to help and save Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso and cost John Cena this match. That's great. I don't know how this match could have been any better. This match hit on all cylinders, and I'm not trying to hype up this match as the greatest match of all time, but this match delivered. Logan Paul delivered. John Cena delivered. Cody Rhodes delivered. Jey Uso delivered. One of the best matches of the year and my favorite match of the night. Um, a scale of 1 to 10, how are we ranking Money in the Bank as a PLE?
Are we gonna talk about our truth first or no?
Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have just gone this. Yeah. First things first. Our truth is back. We all gotta work. What's going on? We'll go ahead.
Bro, we don't get moments like this as wrestling fans anymore where we're genuinely shocked. The last one I can remember is probably, I guess, Cena turning heel kind of, but I think we all kind of seen it the way they were playing it up. The one I can go back and think to was when Alistair debuted in AEW. We don't get work like that anymore. I was genuinely shocked. They worked us even it because in wrestling it's all about the little shit. Where we got the reports where they said the wrestlers can't wear truth shirts to where they were tuning out the "We Want Truth" chants. So we thought it was real as fuck. So it's all about the little things. They literally went into detail with this. They worked the fuck out of us. Um, Shout out Triple H. You feel me? It feels like every time they do bad, because they do bad. Every time WWE is doing bad, he tries to find a way to, you know what I'm saying? At least he's trying. You know, later years of Vince, he was not giving a fuck. You know, they were just making bread and saying fuck y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, Triple H, he get all the praise, you feel me? It's just, you know what I'm saying, how do we follow up? That's it. You feel me? But I fucked with it.
CJ, what about you?
Uh, okay. I have scrolled through Twitter a bit. I don't. I don't think we got work, bro. Like, there's no way they just control the dirt sheets like that, and they just got everybody like that. I think they kept the resign quiet. I think they listened to the fans though, which I think is almost a bigger conversation because what
Well, you
kind
don't
of
think it'll work?
precedent, like what kind of precedent does that, if, like I said, if I'm right, I could be wrong, but if I'm right, that means they listen to the fans, which, like what kind of precedent does that set? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if the fans start chanting like "We want Dakota" or something like that, like we
Oh,
do we
no,
just get people back? You know what I mean? But like, that's what I think. I don't think we got worked. I think they re-signed him a few days ago, kept it quiet, which, to their credit, great. But I think they listened to the fans and the backlash, and I think they responded
So,
to it, which
so
is
you thought they released them. You thought that people would care, but you thought they wouldn't care that much, and so they resigned them and said, "Fuck, we can put it back with John Cena."
I think so, bro. I think that's more realistic than them working all the dirt sheets
It's not
and
hard to work the
everybody,
dirt
and then
sheets.
like everybody being in like in bed with this for however long it was, and then like and it was just being a worker the whole time. I think they resigned him and they just didn't tell nobody.
So question here: does our truth returning truly become the catalyst for John Cena turning back babyface?
Yeah,
And in what way? Like, what do you mean?
Do you think that truth, when he before he left, quote unquote, he said that he would beat John Cena back, the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into John Cena?
In my oh, go ahead.
No, Truth said before he left, he would beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into John Cena if he had to. So Truth coming back, costing John Cena a match against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso that he took very seriously. What does that set? Does that set a storyline for our Truth to be involved with John Cena the next month, and for John Cena to have a babyface turn soon?
Okay, in my theory, if if he actually got fired, and this is a plan that came about in the last however many days, um, I'm going to assume that this wasn't the plan the whole time for R-Truth to come back. You know what I mean? Because the whole what's the name? The whole shock of him coming back is everybody knowing the dirt sheets and knowing that he got fired, right? Like it's not canon on TV that he got fired. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like I'm you know what I'm saying? Unless we just got huge worked and they just baked this into the storyline that they were gonna uh assume everybody reads the dirt sheets and R-Truth got fired and everybody believes it. I'm rambling like shit, but what all that to say, I think this is a new
Sorry to
R-Truth.
interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
According to PW Insider, our Truth will go by Ron Killings now. The decision to bring him back happened over the past 72 hours.
See,
oh
okay.
shit, they
See,
didn't work it.
okay. Exactly. Okay. See, now I can finish. Okay. See.
Oh shit.
So if we are to believe PW Insider, my theory is right. Right. Okay. What I was gearing up to say was, I don't know, like it was like a 10-second attack, but that looked like a serious ass nigga. Like that didn't look like the R-Truth of old. I don't know, like it's not much, but
Oh,
you
you're
know,
100%
the
right.
R-Truth be saying like, you know what I mean? He's smiling all the time, he's joking all the time. And if they're calling him Ron Killings, you know what I mean, a gimmick change entirely, then it's my assumption that I mean, maybe R-Truth still has the same goal, but I'm getting to all this to say that I think it might be a new goal. Like I don't know if like the original R-Truth plan of him turning John Cena, maybe they play into it obviously because that would be smart booking. But like this seems like a new R-Truth with a new goal. He seems it seems like they're going back to 2011. It seems like he's gonna be more serious. Like I said, like it's 10-second run in. I'm rambling like shit, but all that to say, like I don't know. I feel like this is something new. I don't know if this is like what he was hinting at earlier. I feel like this is a new R-Truth. This is Ron Killings. He might have a new goal.
You could play into John Cena needs to tap into that old John Cena to beat this version of our Truth. He needs to.
You
He
think
needs
R-Truth?
to.
You think he gets another shot?
Yeah, I think our Truth gets a title shot this time, and I think John Cena actually needs for him to retain that title. He needs to tap into the things that made John Cena John Cena. He needs to actually have hustle, loyalty, and respect throughout the match. He needs to never give up. He needs to rise above because
Oh,
this could
he's
be an
definitely
R Truth that hates Art John Cena. He needs to rise above the hate. This could be an
he's
R Truth.
definitely. I don't know how they're gonna do it exactly, but it's definitely gonna be R-Truth gonna be antagonizing him week after week. Like every time John Cena's on TV, he's gonna be antagonizing him, whether it's in a match, a segment, to a point where he is forced to go back face. I
Yeah,
don't know how they're
and
gonna do
John
it though.
Cena would have to literally tap into that old John Cena to beat our truth because that's how dangerous he is. He'd
Yeah.
understand that the way that he moving now ain't gonna work, and overall, it's not right. I think that could be a way to do it. Obviously, I'm just
Damn.
speculating.
So they didn't work us. They dead as fired as that. Oh shit,
Bro,
well,
I knew like bro, I knew like there's no way they just worked everybody like that. Like they just worked all of like every reputable site and dirt
but it's
sheet. They
not
You
just
you
hard
know
worked it
you
like
know you
that.
know why it wasn't a work? Because Carlito actually got fired.
That's
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
Like
That's true. That's true. That's true.
that's what I'm saying. Like, but like I guess we can touch on this conversation, but like it means they listen to the fans, which means like we got some type of power. I guess we see
Are we?
this with
Oh, for
Cody
sure.
with Cody and them changing the main event, but like I mean yeah, the fans still got
I'm
some type of
bro.
power. Like
The fans had power when the WrestleMania happened. That's when the fans like really had power.
let's
Like
let's get the Dakota Kai
that's not happening.
let's go Dakota train
That's
going.
not happening. I'm sorry. I
Nah,
love
we
the girl.
straight,
That's
bro.
not happening. That's not
Hey,
happening.
Bro, come on,
hey,
bro.
we good,
It's
bro.
just
We
the
good.
R
Let's
truth, bro.
start.
They, bro, because they
We're
had.
starting it right here, right now.
I feel like they had so much bad
Nah,
press. It
nah.
was.
That's not gonna work for me, brother.
It's been so much
Go-
bad press. It's been so much bad press to a point, and then like the R truth was like the camel on the like it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like so they had. I feel like yeah they didn't work us. Hey, like yo, that's crazy. I thought they worked it. I mean, this might be the greatest work like ever. Game. Like
What's going on, Mayo?
All right. All right. There's already people claiming that it was all a work. I think it's bogus. I think it's one
Oh,
of
we
the
just talked about that. We just
yeah,
talked about it.
bro. People saying like the whole truth situation is a work.
No,
Like
no. So
I
according to
think
That
PW,
was our live reaction.
yeah.
the according to PW Insider, our truth to go by Ron Killings now. The decision to bring him back happened over the past 72 hours. So,
Yeah, it's a completely different character. He came back. Okay, so this is what happened. He came back. He hit Cena with the belt. That's not something our truth would do. And now him going by Ron Killings just shows that he's a completely different character. He's going to be a lot more serious than our truth. I think it's going to be a completely different change. I think it's going to be a completely different story for him, and it's going to be brilliant. Triple H did an amazing job turning a real life situation into and make it into story. Got to give it up for him. But it
and
wasn't
we
a work.
said, well, I said this was going to be a catalyst for Cena turning back babyface.
I agree. It could.
I think that my idea was that you have John Cena face this different version of our truth, Ron Killings, and this brings that old John Cena out of him to the point where John Cena is going to, if he wants to keep that title, he cannot he cannot be this John Cena. He has to never give up. He has to rise above hate because this our truth hates John Cena. He doesn't love John Cena anymore.
Yeah.
He would have to become the old John Cena to keep that championship. And throughout that story being told throughout the match, John Cena realized, hey, I got to tap into this new stuff ain't working. It's not working with me mentally, and now it's not working with me physically.
nah,
Great.
But
I'm,
that's
I'm,
just how I think.
you gotta give it. You gotta give it Triple H, man. I
You
ain't
got
gonna lie
to.
here.
You have to.
You gotta give it to Triple
Yo,
H.
shout out TKO, man. Shout out my man Truth Back, man. Shout out Big TKO.
Fuck TKO. It's
Shout
still
out
fuck
to
TKO.
TKO.
It's still fuck TKO.
It's still
But
fucking
you know what I'm saying. Y'all have to dog out. You know what I'm saying? Like somewhat. Y'all still ass. But like, I commend Triple H more than anything because every time, like, bro, there's something. WWE just not in a good place with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He actually tries to. You can tell he's trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers who say bring back Vince, I don't take them people serious because Vince would do what he does and keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
And he's a human trafficker.
Like, come on, like, you know, like Triple H actually like cares. You can tell he cares. And the motherfuckers who want Vince back, they just want clicks and shit. You feel me? He actually is trying. You feel me? It's just
On the WWE website, our truth as Ron Killings is here. It's no longer like in front, like on the thing on the merch thing. It says Ron Killings. It's saying our truth.
Yeah, he's wrong too.
that's crazy though. Like,
It's gonna be
That's
great.
That's dope.
That's great.
Manuel, floor is yours. We already said our stuff about Money in the Bank. We'll respond off of what you say. How did you feel about Money in the Bank? You can go match by match if you want to before we end the stream.
Pretty good show. It was a very, I don't know. I'll say a little bit inconsistent. I mean, the women's was amazing. They always deliver. The men's was a little overbooked. The men's Money in the Bank was a little overbooked. The Jacob turn, the I Hate You solo, great. I think the storyline, the storytelling. Seth winning, very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming.
Really?
For me, it's just like it felt flat. Like even the crowd, it was just like it's like yes, it's obvious. Like the Naomi win, perfect. It's right person won, booked it great. She's gonna be a great heel. Seth, it's just like I don't know. I just feel like it's not connecting. It's hard.
I've
I
had
don't.
winning Money in the Bank.
No, I did have Seth winning, but it's
So
just like
who would you want to win Money in the Bank?
I mean,
Yo, bring
I
back
would.
Braun Strowman, bro. Let's start the campaign.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
I can.
I don't mind that, but the campaign is crazy.
I'm joking. My bad,
I don't
Daniel. My bad,
know.
Daniel.
No, you're good. It's just you're good. It's just I don't know. Like I just felt flat. I just felt like the run in, them getting beat up. You know, they got beat up by Jacob and JC whatever, and then Steph still won. I don't know. It just felt like I said, it just felt flat. But the match was good, and the Lyra match was decent. I did not like the ending though. That ending was terrible. The belt stuff with the the raising the hand stuff, terrible. I think it was not good.
Oh, I think it made up for it. I think it made up for it at the end. But
No, the match was good. No, the match was really
no,
good.
I was saying that, like the ending, like they made up for it with the suplex.
Yeah,
Lyra
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
and like it's still part of her character. I
I
get
like
it though.
the
Like
post match.
I was annoyed with it at first. I get it.
I like the
yeah.
post match.
It went a little too long. I think it went a little too long. But
Oh, for sure.
the main event, and it was all right. I guess it was a little slow. I just felt like they were waiting for the big R-Truth reveal, and I mean it delivered. I think Money in the Bank was decent. It's gonna keep on the storylines and stuff like that. So overall solid. I wouldn't give it a bad show whatsoever. But I wouldn't say it's the best show. But the women are carrying wrestling right now. Women are carrying wrestling.
Oh, they definitely are for sure.
7.5 out of 10 for me. I loved it.
Yeah, it's a good show. Yeah.
Is this the second best pay per view of WWE this year?
Ooh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, Chamber was the one, right?
Chamber was number one. But
Chamber one and
Second best of the day.
Chamber
Second
one.
best of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dazzle King, bro.
Yeah, I love the main event. So the main event was beautiful. I loved it. I love the main event top to bottom. There was no bad match. 0 bad matches. 0.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, I agree with you. I'll say that it was a good show.
Yeah, I thought the main event. To me, main event was my favorite match. Then was the Lyra match. Then was the Women's Money in the Bank. This is the best. This was the best I've seen Logan Paul in the ring.
I think he did good heel work. It was just heel work.
That's what I'm talking about. His in-ring psychology was on point today, and I think maybe being paired with Cena helped him. But this was the best psychology I've ever seen from Logan Paul. Everything. Oh my gosh, the spot with Cody Rhodes is beautiful. Where he gets a suplex, we have the joint hands. Oh, but yeah, that's my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go edit videos and do my job.
I'm about to argue with Blurred.
Please do.
He about to get cooked, bro. He's about to get cooked.
What was he arguing?
What did he say?
He's saying that everything was a work, that R-Truth was never gonna leave and all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
he's gonna get
Blurred.
He's gonna be on that TKO Blurred. He's gonna get.
I'll just send you the post I just read from PW Insider too. So you.
No, I believe it.
I thought it was a work.
Well, just so you can so he doesn't think you're talking out your butt and bro, reports are from PW Insider. I don't know. TKO Blurred going.
It doesn't even make sense for it to be a work. I know it's not a work, bro. Our true son was in somebody's TikTok live going crazy the other day. That's why I know it's not a work.
I don't
know who else was there, bro, but our true son was in one of those lives, and he was in the comments going crazy on anybody who talked down on our truth.
Oh, really?
No, when y'all made up the Carlito point, I was like, yeah,
maybe it was Rocks.
Stream. I mean, y'all. It's not going to end for y'all. It's not going to disconnect us. Stream. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to go ahead and edit some videos. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Love you all. Thank y'all for joining me. Appreciate the likes.